Mr. Edwin Santana is a millennial, correct? We call you a millennial? We're taking over the world, man. Look out. Okay, your question, I'll be fair and repeat the question, is what sets you apart and makes you the best candidate to represent us?
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you guys so much for the opportunity to speak here today. This is great. I'm going to talk a little tiny bit about myself. I want to talk to you about the issues I think are important to me, and finally I'm going to answer that question because I think it's a good one. I know this is the first time in a very long time, if ever, that the voters of the 1st Congressional District have had to make a choice in the Democrat that they want to compete. And I think that's great. So I think that's probably the best question you have here is what's going to distinguish everybody. But first, a quick story. I was at the Hanover Men's Forum on Wednesday, and afterwards somebody came up to me and they said, we were talking about progressivism and how you get more progressive ideas into politics. And it's not just by electing the most progressive leader you can. Take Bernie Sanders, for example. He was very progressive, but he didn't win the primary, he didn't win the election. But what did he do? He started a movement that got a bunch of people all around the country inspired. And that takes us here to today. You don't get progressive leaders by only voting for the most progressive leader. You get it by organizing and getting people involved and getting them excited. And that's what's so exciting about this forum here today. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to talk to you all and answer your questions because this is how you get progressive leaders, everybody in this room. Not just by one person, but inspiring people and working to get progressive leaders out there. So a little tiny bit about me. My name is Edwin Santana. If I haven't met you yet, please come and speak to me afterwards. I am a husband, a father of 2 kids under the age of 2. I am a Marine Corps veteran, and I decided to run for Congress after the election in 2016. I was driven to action, probably like a lot of people in this room. And I had the good fortune of speaking at the Women's March just last week. And I can say, while my campaign officially started on January 4th of 2017, it didn't really get going until I saw what was happening there, the movement and the inspiration from all the men and women that were at that. Last year, I was one of 500,000 people crammed in a crowd because like a Marine, you show up very early to things, except for today because I was late, so I apologize. But Marines show up very early, so I was there around 7 o'clock and then 500,000 other men and women showed up behind me and I couldn't move and I couldn't breathe, but it was amazing. So this year I had the good fortune of actually being up on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial and experiencing that. I brought my wife with me. That was something that was truly amazing. A little bit about the issues that are extremely important to me. I had the ones that I thought were very important to Edwin Santana. You know, you get into this thing because you have big things you want to do. And then I started going around the district. I kind of shut my mouth. I opened my ears and started listening to the issues that people had. And as of right now, we're up to 6. It's not all inclusive, but these are things that I want to fight for. Ideas that I think are very progressive, but they should be nonpartisan because they're ideas I think are good for everybody. At the top of that list for me is healthcare. I am fully supportive of a single-payer healthcare system. I think that your body doesn't care whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, but it still deserves right to quality healthcare, and that's something that I'm going to fight for. I think that that's a nonpartisan issue. Protecting our public schools. I want to bring a little bit of parity to the budget between the Department of Defense and the Department of Education.